I know you're saying, who is that guy?
Who is that guy?
I'm not Jared. That's who I'm not.
Welcome back.
And I'm wearing long sleeves as opposed to Jared, who always wears short sleeves. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes, he does. And I was going to ask him about that next week because I saw a gentleman on like the coldest day with the snow and the sleet and thing come get out of his car with short sleeves and just like
Shorts?
flip-flops or whatever to put gas into his vehicle. And I'm like, what is wrong with guys? I mean, sorry. It's usually guys.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. On Saturday, I was in shorts walking around. I wasn't expecting people to see me.
And he was inside.
I was dog sitting, so I visited the neighbors. And
See?
the neighbors weren't going to be there. And
Right. Yes, I know some people that regularly, all year round, wear shorts. Mm-hmm. And I did see a guy in the store. I know it wasn't recently, but it was a really cold day out, and he did have flip flops on.
Yeah, I'm like, why?
See, I
wanted to give
I
him
have
a
a
coat,
theory.
but
Well.
what a fit
it's
of
the mom in her coming out. You need a coat. You need to blow your nose.
here. Okay, blow. Brother.
But see, my dad and my mom always instilled in me on a cold day when you're going out, your car could break down.
Right.
And you got to walk somewhere. That was before cell phones, of
Yeah.
course. But they would say, you might have to walk somewhere, to get help or whatever. And you want to make sure you're prepared. And so I kind of always tried to be prepared with gloves and, whatnot. But
I've always just been cold.
well, that too. That's funny.
Are you happy to be back?
That's a story for after this break. There is Mac Powell and Friends with the song that's called By His Wounds on Moody Radio. It's 7:07. Ken and Deb here. Good morning on this first work day for a lot of people during the new year. And
You can do it.
See, Deb's got the encouragement bug going on. She's just, you can do it. No, really, you can't. But what we're talking about today is ways or tips that you might have that could really help someone make changes in their life. Some people call them resolutions, but oftentimes we can fail at those resolutions because I think we don't go into them thinking, well, I'm going to mess up. But if we do that and we have that mindset, knowing that, I know I'm probably going to mess up from
Right.
time to time, but I'm going to still persevere, as Christine had said earlier. Just
Yes.
persevere through it.
And Carolyn says one day at a time, too.
Sure.
So you mess up today, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow's
Right.
a new slate. You can start again to
Sure.
make those changes, even if they're little changes. Drew Dick last week said to make only one resolution
Yeah.
for the year.
That's
Make
good.
one thing you want to work on
Sure.
instead of 100 things for every area of your life,
Mm-hmm.
which is almost impossible to do. And he suggested the one thing, read the Bible every day.
There you go.
And anyway, that was just a piece of advice from him. And maybe you have a piece of advice this morning that you'd like to share about how
Sure.
you've made changes in your life
Yeah.
and what strategies you found helpful.
Yeah, so let us know. You can get a hold of us by either emailing us, Ken and Deb at moody.edu, or you can call or text us, 800-221-9356. So at 3 o'clock this morning, when my alarm went off, I was not happy about coming back to work. I'm happy now. I like it. I like you. I like hanging out with you guys, and it's fun.
No, we like you being here.
Thanks.
So I'm glad you got over it. Or persevered through it. Let's put it that way.
I mean, that alarm went off, and I kind of opened up one eye, and I went, really? What is that?
Well, I was just thankful. God goes before us because
Yes.
I'm usually the one that comes in,
Right,
the
first.
earliest.
Yep.
And I had looked at my phone earlier this morning and saw Jason had come out late last night because the door wouldn't open up for the people that clean at the station. And so he got it unstuck for me.
Yeah, that's good.
And it just shows how God cares. He knows what you can and can't handle. And
Yeah.
I was just thankful that thank you, Jason, for coming out and
Yeah.
unsticking the door.
That's right. Then you
So
have
we
a
can
morning
come
show
in.
partner that goes, "Hey, did you see Nancy's message that says the door's stuck? I just want to let you know." So Deb answers back, "Yeah, I also saw the one that Jason said he came out and fixed it." I went, "Oh, okay, I guess I should have read all the emails."
No, but it's neat that we work as a team. And maybe that's a good New Year's resolution is to not shoulder everything yourself,
Sure.
but to work as a team with people and the changes you want to make. I mean, find a tribe, find a bunch of people that are wanting to make the same change
Right. Yeah,
and
that's
work
good.
together. I mean, that really does help. I mean, we can't do this stuff ourselves.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like that one caller had said on the air about having a accountability partner
Right.
to work with. You know, that was real good. So we need that.
I also have one thing that's helped me
Yeah.
in certain things, and that is to make time for it. To say every day from 3 to 3:30, I'm going to do this.
Okay.
You know, whether it be, and just stick to it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that those plans will change as the year goes on, but there are some things I've said I'm going to exercise like between 3:30 and 4, and I try to do that
Oh, that's
unless
good.
I just can't for some reason.
Sure. I end up having more times when I go, I just can't. That's my problem. That's where the accountability person comes in. Yes, you can, Ken. Do it. 7:11. It is Ken and Deb with you on this Monday. Great to have you along with us today, and some great programs, of course, that we have here on Moody Radio, and maybe one that you don't listen to all the time just because it's in the evening hours, but it's going to be a great one today, and that is Focus on the Family with Dr. Jim Daly. That's coming up today, so looking forward to that.
Boy, is it convicting. After a hard day of being a mom, Wendy would grab a handful of chocolate chips or a brownie. It seemed like a harmless habit until she realized she was turning to sugar instead of Jesus for emotional comfort.
Wow.
She's going to share her relationship with food, or her story about her relationship with food and how God helped her, make changes there. So that's tonight at 7:30 right here on Moody Radio.
So see, that's kind of goes along with what we're talking about today. Some tips on how to do and make improvements in our life. So looking forward to that. It's 7:12. Here's Jeremy Camp and Keep Me in the Moment on Moody Radio Quad Cities. Good morning.
That's really hitting too close to home.
Just don't grab the chocolate chips brownie as you're heading to the treadmill. Probably not a good idea.
What's really bad is when you get off the treadmill and say, I worked on the treadmill, so now I'm going to have some chocolate chips and brownies because I was on the treadmill. Yeah. Boy.
So work out, have a protein shake. Then you're good.
Well, I think the issue is that Christmas time, you get a lot of goodies and you
Oh,
make
my
a lot of
goodness.
goodies. And so you don't want to waste the goodies.
You know, they're too good to be wasted. What are you doing?
It's true. I ended up with a lot of sweets after Christmas, and I'm like, I'm about to do the Romans 12:1
I
Radio
know.
Weight Loss Challenge.
Yeah.
I got to get rid of these.
Right. So
And I did.
So I have a daughter-in-law and my daughter, who are both like sugar-like holics. I mean, they just love. I mean, they love treats. They love desserts. And this past week and a half was really hard. I mean, you have my daughter-in-law and my son come from Omaha, and they brought with them shopping bags full of treats. I mean, you know those reusable shopping
really?
bags? Cookies and chips and candy and all this stuff that they brought along, wow, we're going to have a lot of company. We thought we brought, and then my daughter from Chicago comes, and she loves to make pastries and cookies. And so she brought a whole platter full of treats and candies, and then she made stuff while she was there, and so did Stephanie, my daughter-in-law, who made a Christmas pastry that she makes. And it was just like, oh, so glad I'm not starting this weight loss challenge until after you guys leave. Oh man, I'm telling you. And I can tell in my body the way I feel when you eat that kind of stuff a lot.
Yes, every day. Yeah.
I mean,
It
I
does
just
make a
I was
difference.
sluggish and headache and heartburn and
I'll tell you what, I was scaring Jared last week. He's like, "This is you with carbs?" That's terrifying.
oh yeah. So
Actually, he said it was highly amusing. I may have been in a chair spinning around.
wow.
It was fun to watch.
Cut him off. Can't say decaf because Jeremy doesn't drink coffee. So you got to say non-sugar.
Have my calming tea.
That's Jeremy Camp, and keep me in the moment. At 7:15, it's Ken and Deb here, except for when it comes to sweets. As we were talking off air on our live stream on Facebook, I have my daughter and my daughter-in-law had come for Christmas and everything, and they both love candy and cookies and sweets and desserts, and they brought a lot and made a lot while they were here. And I was saying how much I could really tell a difference in my body,
Right.
the way it was reacting to all this stuff. I mean, not only, does it make you want more when you eat a lot of sugar?
Yes. Yeah,
Your brain keeps telling you got to have more. But I was getting heartburn regularly, and just I don't know. I don't know if it was part of that or everything else that was going on, but I wasn't sleeping well. I don't know, because my body, we generally don't eat a lot of treats and sweets and things like that. We try to eat pretty good, pretty safe. But I could really tell the difference. And I don't know if anybody else has found that themselves, but boy, it's tough.
Yeah, we have some people on Facebook right now as we're live streaming commenting and saying that, like Bonnie says, I give some of that stuff away.
Yeah.
Jerry said too many treats around the holidays, and that's for sure. But, that might be a way to deal with it, is to give it away. But that's hard to do too, because everybody has so much. It's like,
Well,
ding dong ditch.
and not only that, but it's like, well, I don't want to be wasteful.
Right.
So yesterday, my son and my daughter-in-law are getting ready to leave. They brought this big box. I mean, it had to be 3 feet long of chocolates, of the Russell Stover chocolate things.
Oh, one of those big
One of
boxes.
those big boxes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's.
They brought that and one of the smaller ones of the peanut butter cluster things. And they go, well, we're going to leave those. I go, no, don't leave them. Well, there's only a few left. I know it. Okay.
You left for a box like this.
I mean, but we did polish off quite a bit of that
Okay.
box while everybody was there.
Yeah.
And so thankful for that. It's not a full box. I'm literally 3 feet long. That thing's huge. Well, we got it on sale. I don't care. That's the other excuse. Well, it was on sale. Anyway, do you have tips for helping to make changes in your life, whether that's reading the Bible, whether that's being a better parent, being a better employee, whatever the case might be? We want to hear those. 800-221-9356.
Speaking of those giant boxes of chocolates,
Yeah.
there was one Christmas I remember I saw my dad come in to the house.
Yeah.
And he was sneaking in. My mom had been in the kitchen, and he comes in and he's got one of those big boxes of chocolates.
Yeah.
Right? Well, this is after I had seen that my mother had hidden a big box of the same chocolates
Oh,
up on
no.
top of the fridge. And so I'm laughing because I'm standing at a point where I can see both of them with both of their hidden chocolates that they're getting ready to give to each other. And it was a nice little exchange.
That's funny. Yeah. Look what I have for you. Oh, no. That's what I got for you.
Oh boy.
Now, also, Deb, speaking of your calming tea, have you guys seen the meme that's going around?
Which one?
There's a video of someone who takes a can of, was it Twisted Tea, I think,
Okay.
and I think he defends himself in a grocery store with it. And so now there's a bunch of memes that are going around of people showing like, okay, I'm gonna have to show this to you guys.
Okay,
after.
I have
Yeah,
no
I'm-
idea what you're talking about
I'm
there.
trying to follow it, and I have no idea.
Different generations.
Why I oughta?
No, not
Speaking of different generations.
I have enjoyed trying a lot of tea because I asked for tea for Christmas.
You did.
So yeah, so I got a bunch of different kinds of tea.
Well, now I know what I can give you.
And so really enjoying that in the evening. I'll sit down and go, what should I try tonight? Decaffeinated
There you go.
because I don't want to be up all night.
So I've got to bring in some tea for you to try.
Okay.
It's called matcha, and it's I think it might be an Indian
Okay.
tea, but it's like do you like chai?
Oh yeah, love chai.
It's kind of like chai in a way. Very good. My wife is like hooked on it, and we've been drinking that a lot. But it's got a lot of health benefits to it. But also it's super good because you make this tea and then you put in a little bit of spices like some cinnamon and some cloves and some nutmeg, I think, but then also milk. Oh, now I think you'd like it. It is 7:21. It is Ken and Deb here. Good morning on this Monday. We have 26 degrees, heading for about 34 or so for a high today. And we have a contest that's going on that you started last week that's still going on, as a matter of fact.
It's Your Future Self Will Thank You giveaway, and we're talking about those life changes today and maybe how to accomplish them. And Drew Dick has a great book on that called Your Future Self Will Thank You. That is one of the prizes if you win this book bundle.
Yeah, there's also a Ryrie Study Bible, Moody Bible Commentary, some good stuff in there. And so you want to make sure that you head on over and get signed up to win this prize pack. But you got to do it, I think, before the 9th, before
Right.
this Saturday. So you got to get that done. So get on over to our website and get signed up. Here's Sanctus Real, Unstoppable God on Moody Radio.
I was looking outside and it's really foggy out there.
Yep,
just
still
for,
foggy.
for folks. It all looks white. I can hardly see the horizon out there.
I did run into a few slick spots on some of the back roads this morning, too. So for the most part, it was clear. But, of course, the road out our spot coming up to the station here
No,
it wasn't that great.
no.
And there were some spots in other places that I ran into. But for the most part, it was good. So just drive carefully, allow a little extra time today.
Yeah, yeah. And be careful if you're getting out in a parking lot
Yep.
because there are.
Unless
slick
you've got your
spots.
studded boots on like
right.
I've got,
Right. There's a lot of ice out there.
There is.
Or bring your skates.
That's true. You could do that as well. So we're still looking for your tips on how to make improvements. Those resolutions maybe you're making. What are some things you've done to help you to follow through with those? You can still get a hold of us. Call or text us at 800-221-9356.
So have you had any tips that you found helpful ways to?
Well, I haven't been real successful on keeping resolutions, so I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. However,
But you are
I
really
did-
good at finishing projects. So you work
you
on.
don't know me very well, do you?
Well, you
one-
tell me all the things that you fix at home and all.
Well, yeah, but those are things that you have to fix, because they're necessities. There's still some projects I'm working on, trying to finish my bathroom upstairs in the house. But one thing that I do find, especially if you're wanting to work out, you're wanting to lose some weight, get more healthy, whatever. And I've always found that's why Jeremy and I are doing the Romans 12:1 challenge again, at least for me, and that is to have some accountability.
Yeah.
Having somebody you can be accountable to say, hey, how you doing? Are you putting down the chocolates? Put down the burger and walk away, Ken. But also having somebody to work out with, if you're going to work out, is very important. When I'd lost a lot of weight and got in real good shape a long time ago, it was so helpful to have someone that was there to say, hey, we working out today. I'm waiting for you. Knowing that person was there.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and going and doing it. Because there's a lot of days when I didn't feel like doing it. But I knew that my buddy Jim was there. And so he would encourage me and vice versa. I'd say, hey, Jim, we're working out today. I'm coming to your house. And then, okay, I got to get up.
Yeah.
So it was important.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I've learned is just having
That's
an
excellent.
accountability partner.
Yeah. That's good.
So
we
anyway.
want to hear your tips too. Give us a call at 800-221-9356.
Yep.
Or you can comment here.
That's right. So we're going to wrap up the mid-morning show coffee break for this morning. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Drive safe, stay warm, and Lord willing, we'll talk to you tomorrow morning just after 7 o'clock.